Welcome to So Very Easy. My name is Laura, and today I got a very special package in the mail, and I'd like to share it with you. It's a new iron, but this is not any old iron. This is as close to a professional iron as I think you're going to get. Let me show you. As you can well imagine, I do iron a lot, and I love to iron, so I really wanted a good iron. One that is going to handle my long periods of ironing. So I've picked up an ironing station. This ironing station is from Reliable, and it's very close to an industrial iron. What's really unique about an ironing station is the iron and the water come separately. The water does not go in the iron. The water will actually go in a separate tank or a separate reservoir, and then the water is turned into steam and is pressurized through the steam vents. Now you can use this with steam or without steam. The other thing that's really nice about this is it's stainless steel, so I don't have to worry about the water rusting anything out. It has a large metal bar, and that metal bar is attached to the hose, and this is the steam hose. And it's going to keep the hose out of the way as you're pressing. So the iron has a very flat plate, and it only has a little bit of the steam holes at the front because there's so much steam coming out it, you don't need the whole thing. It's very similar to the very old irons that didn't have all the steam holes. The adjustment is right in here, just like most irons, and the steam button is right at the top. The only difference is the water reservoir is outside of the iron, and you're able to leave the iron flat on the surface. You have to have a special surface because this will remain hot, but be sure you always use the protective pad. The iron is not very heavy at all. And with every iron, you do have indicator lights, but the indicator lights are not going to be on the main iron. The indicator lights are on the boiler. Because the iron and the steam are two different units, it is considered an ironing station or an ironing system. And to fill the reservoir, it's very easy. You're going to take off the pressure cap and fill it. And it takes just over 1 liter of water, which is going to give me 2 hours of continuous steam. And once you finish filling it, you're able to put the cap back on. If you need to check and see how much water is in it before you start the day, they do have something which we nickname as a dipstick. And it's a long tube. And this tube has measurements on the end. And what you would do is you're going to push the measurement side into the tank. And putting your finger over the top of this long hollow tube, when you pick the tube up, you will be able to see the measurement in the bottom, and you will know how much water is in there. And that's how we measure the water in the tank. When the indicator light comes on, it's going to need more water. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shut the machine down, and I'm going to take some steam out of it just to release a little bit of pressure. And then I'm going to be able to undo this. The pressure will come out, and I'll be able to fill it up with water. So let's see how much steam we can get out of this. Now that is some serious steam. This is definitely an iron for someone who seriously enjoys ironing. However, there is one problem. I'll probably want to iron even more. Thank you for joining me today on So Very Easy. Feel free to subscribe, and as always, come on back. Let's see what we're sewing next time in the sewing room. Bye for now.